Nintendo's been stepping in it a whole lot recently. Not that it's going to have any actual consequence for them, because they have legions and legions of fanboys and casual gamers and normies walking through Targets and Walmarts who aren't going to actually care. But I can't help but feel like Nintendo is basically the gaming equivalent of Dr. Evil at this point, in more ways than one. Like, seriously, if you watch the first Austin Powers movie, which, as far as I'm concerned, is the only Austin Powers movie, and you compare Dr. Evil to Nintendo, there's a bunch of really weird similarities. Like, perhaps the fact that he's openly incompetent and doesn't care about absolutely anything, has no real emotion towards anyone except the people in his family, hashtag nepotism, and even then he openly wants to kill his son, hashtag nepotism. But then despite the complete incompetence and lack of any positive goodwill, he still has a bunch of people working for him and following him, and he's still a successful villain somehow. Like, the guy with no good ideas is still somehow capable of success with a bunch of... It doesn't make a whole lot of sense, but there it is. Nintendo has been unstoppable recently when it comes to completely destroying the AAA games industry. Because if Nintendo is setting these kinds of examples, you know everyone else is going to follow suit. We already saw that with Microsoft following suit on the $80 games. Other companies are now having to come out and be like, wait, no, we're not charging $80 games. We're not gonna be like them. Yet. I also loved all the reports that were coming out, like Sony's not increasing games to $80 anytime in the near future. And it's like, well, yeah, in order to raise prices in the near future, they'd have to release a game in the near future. Bazinga. But let's just go through all the nonsense Nintendo's been up to, cause gosh gee willikers, I love it when people set really good examples for the rest of the industry. Everyone already knows about all the crazy price increases that are coming with the Switch too. Not only is the console completely overpriced, not only are the games now going to be completely overpriced, and also the games that are overpriced aren't even on the cartridge much anymore, so that's really fun. Also, I love that in the face of criticism that Nintendo doesn't drop their prices for older games, their justification was not, oh, you know, something development costs, or oh, something literally any reason. They just said, oh, it's because they're better, you know. Like, oh, good one. We raised our prices because of completely subjective thing, but it's all justified because of other completely subjective thing. I love it when the corporation tells me what's good and what I should pay more for because of subjective quality opinions. That's wonderful. That sets a great example for the rest of the industry. Thank you so much, Nintendo. Where the fuck is Melee HD? But several things that Nintendo did over the last week or so started making headlines, and they're going to stop being headlines immediately because all of the people making the headlines still have to play nice with Nintendo in order to get their Switch 2s early. The first thing that really got them in the news was an update on the Palworld lawsuit, which it baffles me that this wasn't immediately thrown out, but not only was this lawsuit not immediately thrown out, but apparently Palworld has actually started having to make changes to their gameplay because some absolute asshat fuckwit decided Nintendo actually has some kind of legal claim over the idea of, checks notes, riding creatures. Riding creatures? Also, the idea of catching and releasing creatures in a ball. So if you are catching and releasing creatures in a video game, you just can't use a spherical object for it. Hey Nintendo, I've got 2 spherical objects that you can have all you want. This is so absolutely anti-creativity and so oh my goodness, how anyone can morally support this company blows my mind. Do you realize where we're going now? Do you realize what direction the gaming industry is headed if we don't shut this down immediately? Nintendo is now copywriting aspects of gameplay and visual style. And I can at least see the weird red yarn argument that can be like, listen, throwing Pokeballs and catching monsters and Pokeballs, Palworld's a little too close to that. Aside from the fact that that should not be, patentable, that should not be copyrightable. This is not me defending that. I'm just saying that, if anything in these lawsuits was going to get any kind of momentum, I expected it to be that part, but not the fucking riding creatures. Also, Joe, it's not all riding creatures, it's the gliders. That was too much. Yeah, man. Gliders in video games. Those are just, No, Joe, it's not gliders, it's using creatures as gliders. That's the problem. You can't have creatures as gliders. Creatures as gliders in video games. What bastards those Palworld developers must be, stealing everyone's ideas. What dirty, dirty criminals they are. Although I do find it hilarious that the mods are already flowing to put these things back into the game. I almost said these shits. I don't know why I censored myself. I don't care. So Nintendo is completely anti-competition and would rather spend millions of dollars on lawsuits instead of just spending those millions of dollars improving their games and actually winning the open market the way that you're supposed to win the open market. That's fine. We can move on to headline number 2, which is that Nintendo can now legally brick your console. Just if they feel like it. If they feel like they have reason to. Which is completely subjective whether or not they have reason to. Yeah, you can fuck yourself, and they can break your console now. Which I saw some people saying that this has always been part of other consoles' user agreements, which is true to an extent, and that to an extent that I just said is the important part here. I'm sure some of you who are of my generation remember people using Xbox 360 hacks and stuff in Black Ops 2, and that you could get your Xbox 360 bricked if you were caught doing that. That is not what Nintendo is talking about. Nintendo is talking about basically anything they want. Anything they see as tampering, anything they see as manipulating. They want their fingers so far into your Switch when you bring it home that there is no way you could ever mod it. There is no way you could ever homebrew it. Basically, everything that made the Wii fun if you were older than 16, they want to make sure you can never do that again. That's what this is about. That's why the Switch 2 is more online than any Nintendo console in the past. They want to be running constant checks on your system. They don't want any kind of homebrew. They don't want any kind of mods. And if they detect any kind of homebrew or mods, fuck yourself, your console doesn't work anymore. And you could say, Joe, that's not really a fair thing for them to do. And it seems like there's a lot of room for error there. I might get my console bricked for no reason. I might get my console bricked for subjective things. This seems like it's opening a lot of doors. And Nintendo knows it's opening a lot of doors, which is why headline number 3, they're also waiving your right to class action lawsuits going forward. Waiving your right to class action lawsuits. Which, like, this would not hold up in court. Like, comically so. This would not hold up. And also, just to make things even funnier, you can opt out of this, by the way. You can opt out of having to waive your right to sue. Which, again, that would not hold up in court. Just because they're saying they want you to do it doesn't mean it's legal. This is like the fucking Ron Swanson thing.
Not to worry. I have a permit. This just says I can do what I want.
This is like that fucking Wendigoon meme with like the weed license.
Like if I was caught smoking marijuana and the police show up and they're like, all right, you're under arrest. And I'm like, not to worry, officer. I have a waiver.
Like just cause you put it on paper and have a lawyer sign it, that doesn't change the law. That doesn't waive your right to exist. Just cause I have a lawyer sign a paper that says that lawyer is allowed to shoot me in the head, that doesn't mean the lawyer is now legally allowed to shoot me in the head just cause it's on a piece of paper. That's not how this works. But the fact they're even trying it is what brings me back to the fucking Dr. Evil thing. This is openly evil. This is openly stupid. This is openly never going to work, and people are still going to defend it. Why? What are you getting out of this? Play something else. There are other games. There are other platforms. But what really makes me laugh about this is if you don't want to sign this thing that waives your right to sue. If you don't want to sign this, there is a way around it. You know, there is a way to opt out of this. And it involves you handwriting a letter and sending it to Nintendo within 30 days. You have to handwrite a letter and send it overseas and just hope that someone sees it within 30 days and it doesn't get lost or delayed. That's the way around this. The fact that they are even trying this is bananas. Nintendo genuinely is just the Dr. Evil of the gaming community in every way. Like, I don't want to go as far as to say that Nintendo is a morally evil company, but you sure are making me understanding of the people who say you are a morally evil company, if you catch my drift. God, it's all a mess. It's all a mess. big old mess. It's like a big old, if we're gonna make Austin Powers references, I'll leave you with another Austin Powers reference. You know that scene in the casino in the first Austin Powers movie, again, because that's the only one that fucking matters. But you know that scene in the casino bathroom where Austin shits out an Irish man? He doesn't actually shit out an Irish man. It's just that's the joke. That's the joke. The joke is that the guy thinks he shat out an Irish man. Nintendo is shitting out Irish people. Sorry. Try that again. At this point, Nintendo is just shitting out Irish people. What did you eat? I love the first Austin Powers. Okay, I'm going to do the Doofus Club now because I cannot remember what I was going to say. Grimsy, Edge Knight 1789, I'm the Little Mermaid, but I'm no Danny Damsel. Kushka, Nate, it's Murdoch brand. It's Murkoff brand. Of course it's safe. Unicorn, Rocco, Wild Gamer 2001, Opossum, Bender Fondue, Ed Omega Hero Culture. My favorite line from Pulp Fiction is English, motherfucker, do you speak it? AKA Big Tech, Tom from Spokane, Dial Up, Kyle Ward 789 cents, Nakage, Non-Law Master Killer, The Return of the King, but he's upside down. George from Seattle, Partial Mean 8, Nick, Mole Theme, Vox Alto, Cloaked Onyx, JJ Dusty, Hail to Nuvo, Pub Cod, Stop It, Codman 4372WX, it's Joe, it's the gamer, Joe, it's the gamer, 127YT, not 127WT, get it memorized. Oblivion Remasters Game of the Year, Joe Pookie, please, Joe, fuck my fucking fuck, Joe Pookie, Joe. Oh my god, why is this so hard to say? Joe Pookie, please. Joe Pookie, please. Joe Pookie, please join voice chat more. Celerocco, Pyrex, Zombie Fan, Alderatho 1, Ass Ripper 5000. What did you eat? Doug Nigsy, Smile, Blast 1314, Snake Eyes 327, Devastator 2000. Joe, please let us touch tip you sexy man. MK2396E, and I'm still in the moat. Joe, please get help. Anthiox, Machina Gamma, Elite Wolf, Fire Hazard 105, Epion 504, Klepto Penguin, Banshee, GWXSS, Raps the Wolf, Evan Kogo, OK Toodles, Tech Gaming, Jungle Zone, Slim Jim, Releaser, Gaming, Debbie, All Games Video, Japanese name. That's a Rust crate. It's a Rust crate, and if you open the crate, it's Doki Doki Literature Club. Max Viller K2 Gaming, Max Killer V2 Gaming, Biscuit 111, Todd Howard's our Lord and Savior, Horizon Forbidden West Remastered, Power Off on the Racking, Jessica Shepard, Ricky Spellbay, Tiki Tabby, Muskie. I'm not hyped for GTA 6. Doesn't look that interesting to me. Kirby the Steel Angel. Joe's Mama's got it going on. Sergeant Jason Bond. Baron Von Vaderham. Cyrus. Xbox raised the prices. Now I can't afford a motorcycle. True Texan 940. Joe, you didn't answer my question. What the fuck, man? Angry face that I didn't know you could put in the name of a thing. I didn't know you could do that. The first Doofus, Creed Warrior 23, Max Chev, Marathon is a really stinky turret, isn't it, chap? Totally insane. Vendetta Audrey, Black Cobra, leader of the Doomslayer Cult, Knight of Cypher, ML04, I own 6 copies of Click 2006 on Blu-ray. Oh no, it's Poopsie, Wolf of Midnight, Stig Rider, Pig, Venus, Kev Dog, 992, Seawind Studios, Film Kraken, Ohm Gaming, Tree Ground, Thornscade, Maganex, 7, I'm Spinal 3, is the Carolina Freaking Wine Mixer, Pow Pow, Wide Trouble, Donnie Weston, Nick Donnigan from Serbia, steals money from Joe from Seattle, Gob Thompson, Rogue Winter 919, Bobby Hinner, Krook Mofus, Hangman for Hire, Elden Noble, Frost Crystal, Jimmy Chops by Genesis, Ian in Action, Floppy Pingus, and the Manga Key, Scruffy Skull, Ghost Her, remember to tell Nintendo, lower your prices, The Judge 6, Fast Grow from Taker, Raptor Tim, The Amazing Blight Man, Blue Hook, Willie, JJ Snorlax, and Show Your Feet Joe, Don't Be a Pussy, Jody Breeze, Mooney Wigger, Young Man Jansen, Maximal Massimo, McAdvertisement, Jerry Garcia, JJ Dusty, A My Kibikins, I American Idiot, Rebel Blood 80, Antoine Horton, Oracle Jar, Darth Muffin, Oh No, It's Justin, Rand, Roy, Toonie Way, Mechanical Resonance, Extreme Wolf 7, Joey Scoops, my name is Mud, Joe Taku, Stop Playing COD, Play the Finals, So Much Better, Never Gonna Give You Up, Never Gonna Let You Down, Wanna Be Hobo, Jidge, West, Bill 3 Dan Char, fucking Bill 3, fucking Rob C, Chicken Jockey Veg, The Groovy Banana, Curtin Allen's back, Wear a Maid Dress, Once You Hit 20k, Joe, the video is over, get in the moat, you doofuses. That was the worst Doofus Club reading I've done in a long time. that was the worst one I've done in a while. Holy shit. Okay, toodles.